Thank you for joining me this morning. It's a beautiful day, and this morning I just want to talk to you a bit about prayer because it has been on my mind in Matthew chapter 6 about what Jesus was talking about in that we should not repeat words just for the sake of saying them. He says, and when you pray, do not keep on babbling like pagans, for they think they will be heard because of their many words. And many times we kind of feel that our words, although important, sometimes make the huge difference in our getting answers to prayer. And that's not always true. Jesus says, do not be like them, for your Father knows what you need before you ask him. It's almost like he's saying, I know what you need, and you don't always have to remind me. You don't always have to lay it all out before me. I know there's that verse that said, you have not because you ask not. Ask so your joy may be full, all of that. But here it just seems when Jesus is praying, he's saying, they will not be heard because of their many words. And then he goes into the Lord's Prayer that follows. And it's quite revealing when you read this, because it starts off this way. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. The approach seems to be based upon our recognizing that he's our Father. This whole idea of God being our Father is based on the idea that God has adopted us into his family. And so we say, our Father. In other words, our position, our relation with God is much more important in prayer than just the words that we declare or the requests that we make. It says, when you come before me, don't be like pagans who think they will be heard because of their many words. Maybe what we need to do is to spend less time with words of all the things that we need and spend more time focusing upon our Father who art in heaven. Hallowed be your name. Jesus taught that before he said to us, give us today our daily bread, or lead us not into temptation, or forgive others, then I will forgive you, or on and on he goes here. Before we get into all of that, it's like he's saying, no, when you pray, make it simple. You've got to have confidence that God is your Father, and focus at the very beginning of every prayer you make about the Father. My Father, you've adopted me in Christ. I am now part of your family. I'm coming to sit at your table. There's a bountiful supply for all of my needs. You say to me, Jesus, do not be like the pagans, for your Father knows what you need. Father, you know what I need before I ask you. And I'm coming in trust. I'm coming with understanding that you're my Father and you're in heaven. You're above every problem. You're above every situation. You're my Father. I'm your son. I'm your daughter. You know exactly what I need, and I trust you, Father. I believe we spend more time in that area, we'll get more out of our prayer time, because you see, sometimes we kind of think that our prayers are based on our performance. Our prayers are based, like our answers to prayer are based on whether we are worthy of God answering our prayers. But Jesus is saying, no, don't approach God that way. It's not a question whether you feel worthy or if you say the right words. He said, make it simple. Just come before God and say, my Father. He says our Father. It's interesting because he doesn't just say my. He wants us to understand that there's others that love him too, and he's our Father as we're part of his church together. So next time you go to prayer, start off not with all kinds of things, not wondering, oh, have I prayed enough? Have I said enough words? He knows what you need because he's a good father. He's a good, good father. And you come before him and you say, our Father, you're my Father. You are in heaven. You're above every problem. Hallowed be your name. May your name be revered. May your name be exalted. You are perfect. You are loving. You are merciful. You are gentle. You are faithful. Hallowed. And start focusing upon that. It's like God is saying, I just want you to rest in me because I know what you need before you ask it. And so we need to come with confidence and faith in our Father, hallow and revere and exalt his name, spend more time doing that than just asking for our needs or trying to figure out whether we've said enough or said it the right way or have enough faith. Rather than analyzing your faith, maybe you need to understand that faith is perfected through love. And the love that we have to have is in our Father who is in heaven. Hallowed be his name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. We just focus and sit there and just relax. Make it simple. Don't complicate your prayer time. And I believe that God is going to bless your life with a powerful outpouring of answers to prayer because he knows what you need. He just wants you to rest in him. So that's my word for you today. Don't base it on performance. Don't base it on some kind of religious practice or some kind of perfect prayer. Just make it simple. My Father, you're in heaven. Hallowed be your name. You know what I need before I ask, and I trust you. And as we focus in on that, God's Spirit is going to let you know how much he loves you, cares for you, and he will take care of every need you have. Have a great day. I just pray God will bless you and keep you as you go through this week. God bless you. Bye now.